You mentioned that the beginning of a trading account should be at least $10,000. Is it possible to start with a smaller amount, since I cannot get that amount? Can I start with $3,000? The answer depends on several things. You probably have to make up the answer for yourself. I think one of the most important things that the answer depends upon is what will you be trading. So if having a $3,000 account, you are thinking that you're going to be trading futures, that's probably too little. And the reason is because, first of all, consider the following: risk per trade. If we attach ourselves to the typical, let's say, 1 to 2% risk on a single trade of your account, using a $3,000 account, it would mean that you would have to risk about, let's say, $30, maybe $60 per trade if you risk 2%. And what is that in futures? Well, that would be 3 ticks if you're trading, let's say, crude oil, a little bit less than 3 ticks if you trade the S&P Mini. And so can anybody trade with a 2-3 tick stop? I don't think so. So if you do, you probably will be losing a lot very often, and your account will be erased sooner than you started it. Also, futures use leverage, and that allows you to win more when you win a trade, but it also maximizes your losses. So having higher leverage is good and it's bad, right? So it's good because it allows you to trade larger amounts with a smaller account, but it's really bad because if you lose, and everybody does, that's the reason why brokers give you that possibility, you're going to lose a lot more. So you would need to trade something different than futures. You will probably need to trade Forex, and maybe you want to trade those micro lots or something that don't use any leverage, and that's the only way that you could probably manage to go through with a $3,000 account. And there are psychological components as well. You will need extra patience, and that's really difficult. You will need to be patient and focus on percentages instead of dollar amounts. Why is that? Well, if you have let's say a $3,000 account and you increase your account by 10%, which is huge. I mean, this is what any trading firm will bring per year. So if you increase your account by 10%, you will only see $300 more. And that probably would be discouraging. So it won't be easy to feel comfortable focusing on dollars amounts. You will need to focus on percentage amount. When you know that you brought in a trade 10%, you need to understand and acknowledge that it's a huge, amazing amount. So the other thing, and this is also a psychological component, and believe me, the psychological components here might be very difficult to overcome, because patience is one of the most important ones, even when we have good capitalization. And if we don't have good capitalization, we really need to be extra patient, and that's not that simple. But the other psychological component on this will be to focus on quality over quantity, which is something that not many people are willing to do, particularly when they have smaller account. They want to trade quickly. They want to compensate for the lack of capital by increasing the leverage, and they want to take a lot of trades to compensate for that and bring more money, so they can bring, let's say, $100 or $200 per trade, so they increase their capital by 10% on every trade, and that's not really realistic. So with smaller account, you need to be extra selective. You need to be very sensitive about what trades you want to take. You want to take the most perfect setups. And you don't want to trade every day. You probably want to go and try to trade every day, but you only take, let's say, a maximum of 1, maybe 2 trades per day if they are there present with the perfect setups. So also you need to consider that. I mean, talking about the number of trades, you need to consider your trading style. It's not, I don't think it is possible to trade or day trade, or not day trade, but to scalp with a trading account that is so small. Because when you try to scalp, let's say you try to scalp the S&P, which is what most people try to do, and they try to do it with a $3,000 account. When they have a very small loss, they lost at least $500. So that is a huge percentage of your full capital. So you don't want to be day trading. You probably want to trade swings, maybe intraday swings, but also maybe swings that last several days perhaps. And for that you have to be very patient. Okay, you have to be. Also, there is something very difficult about trading with a very small account, and that is that you have to make your timing perfect. It's relatively easy when you have a long-term analysis to take a position, and if the position goes against you, it's okay. You know that long-term it's going to turn. But when you have a very small account, likely you are going to suffer tremendously if the position goes against you. So you need to trade with the perfect timing, which also increases the need for patience, because now you have to trade only when there is some sort of confirmation that the trend is going in the direction that you are predicting. And that is not that easy either. So you need to work on your trading style. And there is also something that you need to consider, which is that if you take those, let's say, larger swings, the overnight cost may really swallow your account without you noticing it. You might be even trade in a very proficient way, and you will see that your account is going lower and lower, and you don't know why, and then you notice that it's the overnight fees. So that's also something to consider. And the most important thing, perhaps, that comes to mind that I would say that you need to consider is that if you're starting, and you're starting with small capital, you need to be extremely, but extremely strict on the profit factor. You need to start with a specific trade setup. Doesn't matter if it is the perfect trade setup, the best trade setup in the world, or the worst that you learn. Just take one trade setup and test it, and make sure that that trade setup works a certain percentage of time that allows you to have a profit factor beyond or above, let's say, 2.0, maybe 2.5 as a very minimum. If you have a profit factor below 2, very likely you will lose that account. You will lose those $3,000, and it would have been better to take a nice vacation. Sometimes people ask me, I have $1,000, what can I do with it? How can I trade with it? And I say, if you have $1,000, probably go on vacation with it, because likely you're going to lose them. And so it's a very delicate matter. Is it possible? To be honest, the answer is yes, it is possible, but it's very rare when it is possible. I'll tell you, I myself built an account. I started an account with a student with $100. I must say this was pure chance, coincidence. It's not due to my great abilities. I just took a trade overnight, and the next morning, instead of $100, I had $500. I had gained $400 overnight because, the market moved that much. When does the market move that much? That's not really typical. It was pound yen, and it was, I sold it and before I went to bed, and by the next morning the thing had really collapsed, and so now I had $500, and from there I could build and got it to $1,000. Then I doubled it, and eventually had it at $10,000. But it took me a while. The first from 100 to 500 was hours, right? But thereafter, it took me a while. And so I know how difficult it is. One of the things that I used to do with my one-on-one students was to start with accounts very small, $1,000, and double them. I stopped the practice simply because people got very discouraged, because it's not easy to trade with $1,000. Your risk is so limited, and then the number of positions that you can take also is so limited. You cannot take several positions at the same time, and then you may choose the bad one instead of the great one. You may have several positions that you thought could be great setups, but how to choose which one, because you probably can only take one or two of them. So yeah, so that's another, by the way, another disadvantage. So in the beginning, when I was teaching one-on-one in the beginning, I insisted on the doubling the account from 1,000 to 2,000 before depositing a larger amount, because if you want to double 100,000 to 200,000 and you're not able to double from 1,000 to 2,000, well, that's going to be difficult to double from 1,000 to 100,000 to 200,000. But the reality is that it's a lot more difficult to trade a $1,000 account. So that's why I stopped doing that practice. But it was a practice that I really enjoyed doing, because, and that's the reason, by the way, why I started that account with $100. And it was a practice I enjoyed doing because it forces you to trade with a complete different awareness, a complete different care. And I must say that in my case, that first trade really made a difference, because now I'm not starting with 100, I'm starting with 500, and the reality is that those first 500 were a gift. It had nothing to do with my abilities to trade. It was just good luck. So I would not recommend that to you. And the reality is that if you put me to trade now with an account of $500, I probably would say I refuse to. It's too much, or too much work, too much pressure. No? So keep that in mind. And okay, I believe I have covered more or less an answer that covers every detail that you need to think about to decide if it is enough to trade with $2,000 or $3,000. And also it explains why I say a minimum of $10,000, because if you're trading futures, for example, I would say as a general rule, trade one contract for every $10,000. So if you want to trade with 3 contracts, as I usually suggest you do, trade with multiple contracts, you need to have at least $30,000 in your account. And if you have only 10,000, you can trade only one contract. And so the idea is that you trade one contract until you build up to 10 to 20,000. Then you can increase to 2 contracts and so forth and so on. That takes a while, takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of discipline.